I hope you're all well. Today I wanted to talk about something different because I'm always talking about Facebook ads, as you know, and today I wanted to actually talk about organic. So, well, using Facebook ads together with organic, because together they make a superhero, like a super power kind of thing, but people often don't think that. People often think that you should either use Facebook ads or organic, so it's like one or the other, but that's absolutely like the opposite of what you should do, and there's a few reasons for that. The first one is, if you are hoping to promote a product or service and you've not ever sold it organically, then how can you know if people want it? Like, how can you know if it's any good? How can you know if there's a demand for it? How can you know the type of people who want to buy it? Because I mean, when you plan to sell something, yeah, you've got an idea in your head of who this is for, but your assumptions are just that, they're just assumptions until you've actually sold it. And once you've sold it, the more you sell, the more you've got an idea of like who actually wants to buy this product, like who it's actually for. So that's probably the main reason, and that's also where a lot of people who run ads fail. So they just post, they run ads without any actual real data. They're just running it on assumptions, and you probably know the expression, never assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. And that is exactly true. So you need to go on data, not assumptions, basically. Another reason, yes, is before you should be running ads, especially if you're running conversion ads, you need to have data, assuming you're doing something that's related to a website. Like if you're running an engagement ad, it's not going to really matter. If you're running reach, something like that, you don't need anything. That's always going to do its job, just to make that clear. But it depends if you want that as part of your strategy. So I'm talking about when you want people to take specific actions. So if you want people to sign up to a form, if you want people to buy something from you. Basically, the way you've probably heard of a pixel. If you haven't, just very, very quickly, it's basically the piece of code that gets put on a website which allows the website owner to track what you're doing. So that's when you see the ads, you might be looking on a travel agent shop, and then later on you're looking at something else, and then suddenly you see an advert for the flight you were looking at with like 20% off. That's how they do that, like with a pixel. Basically, it's the same thing as cookies. So before you can tell Facebook to take a specific action, like sell a particular product or service, Facebook needs to have data on the pixel. It needs to know what this looks like. It needs to know what the people who take this action do, what they like, how they search, how they browse, how they act. And that's the only way Facebook can then go out and find more people like this. So if you're telling Facebook that you want conversions, but it's never seen a conversion, there's no way it's going to be able to, find the right people who are probably going to convert. So you just throw money down the drain doing that. And that's probably why so many people say Facebook ads don't work, because they probably did exactly that. So this is where organic comes in. Organic has to be your friend. It's quite ironic because, okay, most of you know, and this is not a plug, although I probably should do that anyway, but most of you probably know I'm running a 5-day challenge, Facebook ads, and ironically I'm actually promoting it organically right now. So probably in about a week or two, maybe a week leading up to, I'm not sure, I might run ads, but there's a reason right now I'm posting and doing lives quite a lot, and that's because I have to do it organically first, because it's my first ever 5-day challenge. I don't know if people want it, so for a start I don't want to waste money on something that maybe there isn't a demand for. How do I know that, without actually doing it? It doesn't matter how much research you do until you've actually done it, tried it for real. You don't know, do you? So you need proof that something works before you spend money on it, basically. So people might turn around and say, why are you promoting a 5-day challenge for Facebook ads and you're not using ads? Well, I have to do organic first so that I can prove to my pixel what kind of people want to do the challenge for a start. But yeah, also it's so that you can check that there's actually a demand for it. Yeah, and a couple other reasons to do organic first is because you learn more about the language that your audience speaks. So when you get results from organic, then you're literally like you'll probably be posting every day. So say you've posted for 30 days and you look at your previous week, month, your last 30 days, month, then you can see what words people have been using when they comment. You can see what words you've been using that's been resounding with your audience. So you know what language then to use in your ads, and also formats as well. So you'll have an idea from your organic posts what kind of images, what kind of videos, what works best with your audience. And then you've got all of this data that you can then use on ads, and then you're probably going to have 1000% better results than if you'd just gone ahead and ran ads the first time without doing that before. It would have been a waste of money, and you'll be turning around to me going, sorry, Facebook ads don't work. And then we'll go around on this circle and I'll be telling you this again. So that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you. A couple of tips when you're looking at your organic: if you go to your page data, you can go to your insights, and then you'll see information about your organic audience. Because basically, if you might have ran loads of ads and reached loads of a certain kind of people, but they're not your organic audience, and you will have reached them because you've told Facebook to reach them. Whereas if you've got an organic audience, they've been drawn to you by you. So they're the people that you want to know about. Like, there's no point analysing an audience you've paid for. You want to always analyse the organic audience. So you should go to page insights on Facebook, and then that will tell you about their age, gender, the times they're online, all that kind of stuff, interests. You can find out so much. You can find out about the pages they like and all sorts. And then if you haven't got enough data, then you should build up some information somehow else. So you could go to groups, you could do forums, you could run polls, do things like that, just organically, just to get as much data as possible, because you just need data basically. You need to make educated decisions based on actual facts. So yeah, that is literally all I had to say today. Just as much, as the Facebook ads queen, I'm telling you, you have to do it organic. Chanel, if you watch this, you'll be very happy and pleased, because Chanel, some of you might know Chanel. She basically does the opposite. She teaches how to get leads with organic Facebook marketing, and I do the opposite part, don't I? So I do the Facebook ads. So between us, we would be that superpower, because she could do the organic and I could do the ads. So when you put them together, it always works better. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope you all have a lovely day and afternoon wherever you are, and that's it from me. Goodbye. Evening everybody, I hope you're all well. Today I wanted to talk about something